Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Lawrence. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Here's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Lawrence to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Wilson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there for the Dolphins.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Play action. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
I don't care who you...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want to... So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
They go play action now. Wilson.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle.
Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. A give. This is Chubb. Shoves him aside near the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Takes it at the 7, and he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Dolphins. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Steps away toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move,
and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Eluding the pressure right.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle
with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and... by Sanders.
Makes the score Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This is Tony Pollard. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
Here's Lawrence to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Trucks over him.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play there on the catch and run. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Now Lawrence on first down. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Again, it's Lawrence. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even. Under pressure, they got him again. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Blankenship's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get through?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started from the 10. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding what receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
They'll run with Chubb. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off with great anticipation. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good.
And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return from Browns TD. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This one taken just inside the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd and 12, Wilson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives him a 3-point lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Pollard.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Running right through him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Still going. They can't stop him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Miami set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give running left, it's Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CB, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, To watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in the running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run it again with Chubb. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they